This is a real tactical question. All right, so what's your advice when some small number of people attack your company on Facebook, Twitter, friend feed, anything? They just say LinkedIn is screwed. The prices are too high. They spam me with mail. They release my confidential information. I get all these yahoos who ask, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend to introduce me to Steve Jobs. So some people are just ripping it. Twitter, Facebook, friend feed, anything. What should your reaction be?
So, I think it depends on the severity of the individual, and is this someone who's just simply looking for the attention, and do you inadvertently give them more attention than necessary by kind of validating all of their just baseless ranting? If it's a real concern, if there is a real issue where there is a failure in what we were supposed to have delivered to that individual, then I think you employ good solid PR practices, which you have more tools available to you today. So yes, you can make sure that to address if the comments are taking place on Twitter, then you should address them on Twitter. If it's happening on Facebook, then you should address them on Facebook. I think I don't think we need to change our PR strategies that have worked very well in terms of crisis communication that many companies have employed for years. Whether it was Tylenol figuring out how do we deal with a very serious crisis back in the day, they were very proactive. They developed products that had safety, and they took ownership and apologized for the issue. And if it is a failure of your company, be proactive, find the right channel where this is happening, and acknowledge your mistake if it indeed is your fault. If it's someone who's simply just giving baseless criticism, and you can tell it's just someone looking for attention, then I don't know that you necessarily invest in as many resources in validating their issue.
Okay. Louis, your advice?
I think he's absolutely right in terms of finding out what the individual's objective is and maybe what their background is as well. Really, there's kind of two factors there. One of them is trying to find out what are they trying to get out of you. Are they looking for a fight? Is this someone who's a known agitator? Is this someone who nobody's listening to when they speak? If you have a blog that nobody reads, I'm going to respond less quickly. And that's just the way it is. That's the way things work in terms of power and who holds influence.
I've noticed that the people who attack you the most have under 100 followers. Have you ever noticed that?
But it's hard to get more followers when you're constantly rude and negative.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
Fair enough, yeah.
So there's part of that. I think it goes back to being truthful and transparent. I think, actually right before I came over here, I wrote a blog post about truth in marketing. Who would ever see those 3 words in a row? But it's very important. If you can get to the level where people trust what you are saying, and they know that you are kind of a peer, and you can come to them and be trusted, you can have a conversation that is on the level. I've seen individuals come out and say, you know what, this product doesn't work with this product, and just outright like it's a fact. And we have to go back and find out, is this person right? And sometimes it takes going to the partner, finding out if that's correct. Is it this bill? Is it this software? Is it this QA? And you need to come back and say, we're working on it. We're looking to find out what we can. We'll get you an answer by Tuesday. You give them a very specific response. If they are a pack of agitators, sometimes it is best just to let them talk to themselves, and they'll get tired and go away.
Okay.